So, Jain friends, welcome back. Last time we had discussed broad details about the psychological technique in SSB. Now, today, in nutshell, I'll just explain what all you can do to improve your picture perception test. As part of screening, OIR testing and PPDT are the two things which takes place. OIR testing you can practice from any IQ booklet or as per me, R.S. Agarwal is one of the good books. It is a very detailed booklet which is covering both non-verbal and verbal series of IQ test. So practice that regularly. There is no class for OIR test as such. However, PPDT test, that's a test of perception. All of you know about it. Picture perception test, तुम्हारा perception check कर रहे हैं हम लोग. So whatever picture is shown to you, first of all, you should be very clear what you have observed. Ideally, you should be reading the picture. जैसे हम sentence पढ़ते हैं ना, as it is. Read the picture in your mind, what is shown to you. If you read each and every part of the picture, it will be grasped well in your mind to create or make a story on that picture. So, as per the briefing, you are supposed to mark gender, age and mood in the box followed by the action, which you are all aware. In action, primarily, how do you write an action? This is one of the confusion with most of the candidates. See, कहानी जो होती है उसकी 3 QR होती हैं, 3 QRs are there. कहानी को कहानी हम क्यों बोलते हैं? कहानी को तब कहानी बोला जाता है जब उसका कोई थीम हो, उसमें कोई कैरेक्टर हो और कैरेक्टर का कोई एम हो. If you talk about any movie storyline, all movies are based on stories. So if you talk about stories of a movie, it has a theme, it has one main character, and that main character has some aim in the movie, which in the entire movie is trying to accomplish with following some procedure. So same thing happens here also. Like for example, Three Idiot is a movie where the main character wants to become engineer. Entire movie revolves around the engineering college where main character is working or doing something to achieve the engineering as the outcome. So same way you will be writing the story. For that, as per the briefing, you are supposed to mark the first character as we see in the picture by encircling that location, giving gender, age and mood. Number of characters marking is totally depending on you. It is your discretion. Briefing says the first character you have to mark by encircling the location. If you are marking more number of characters, you can mark with the help of a dot, which is not generally told in the briefing as it is not part of official briefing. So after that action, if you see the main character, whatever aim the character is having becomes the action of your story. Like you must have heard a story of Thirsty Crow. So if you make an action of that story, it will be a crow trying to quench his thirst, something like that. If you are writing this as an action, the story will be crystal clear what it is about. So aim of the action is to just explain your entire story in nutshell in one line or half a line. Now, after that, you have to write a story. In that, you have to write as what led to the situation, what is going on in the situation, and what the outcome would be. जो पिक्चर दिखाई है उससे पहले क्या हुआ था, उसमें अभी क्या हो रहा है और उसके बाद क्या होगा. सो पिक्चर जो आप देख रहे हो, आप उसको इस तरीके से देखने की कोशिश करो कि इसमें मेन कैरेक्टर अपने एम को अचीव करने का जो प्रोसीजर है वो इस वक्त पिक्चर में कर रहा है. अगर आप अपने माइंड सेट को ऐसा ट्रेन कर लोगे तो पिक्चर को देखते ही आप उसके बैकग्राउंड में जा पाओगे where you will generate a aim of the main character. So in first 2-3 lines or 4 lines, you have to give the basic introduction of the character along with the aim. And in the present, what is happening, you have to cover the procedure of achieving the aim. And finally, 2-3 lines to come out with the outcome of the story. So this is the way you write the story. So here, this is a test of perception. So when you go for a narration part, narration and discussion part, your narration within 10-15 seconds or 20 seconds, the assessors comes to know whether you are on right perception or not. So just by listening your first 15-20 seconds, he will tell the next candidate to start. So the moment we understand the perception, next candidate is given the chance to speak. And one thing is very important. Most of you do a mistake that all of you want to speak during the discussion. Keep it in mind, your broad selection already takes place because there's a test of perception. Broad selection has already taken place by the end of your narration. उस narration में तीनों assessors होते हैं, psychologist, GTO and IO. IO is seeing your fluency in body language. GTO is checks your group discussion part where how you are behaving in a group. Psychologists primarily see your perception and basic broad psychological aspects. So it is a mini SSB. So all three things are clearly visible by the time you reach to your end of the narration, except the discussion part where GTO just wants to see whether you are able to participate in the group or not. Group activity is seen in that. So this is all about picture perception test. So if you start reading the picture properly before coming on to writing a story, I'm sure you will not go out of the perception, and practice your narration properly. You should not be in so much of detail and repetitive while you are giving your individual narration. In 15-20 seconds it should be clearly visible that you are on the perception. So we are following these basic lines, and discussion part you have to just participate with a point which is valuable for the group. Too much of speaking is not needed. So generally, if your selection has taken place in our mind during your narration, we will surely give you a chance during the discussion also, if you even if you were not able to speak. So keep all those things in mind, and I'm sure screening test you will be able to clear. So wish you all the best, and we'll keep talking. We'll talk in more detail about the story writing part when we discuss about TAT. So all the best and Jai Hind.